Hello everyone, here is Abdelrahman and we will now start learning Excel in English from zero to hero. One of our respectable trainees in our YouTube channel, Learn with Dr. Abdelrahman, asked me to start explaining Excel in English. So now we will start from the very beginning, from scratch, to know all the functions, the basic function that all of us must know. First, if we open the Excel sheet, we can see here the quick access toolbar. What is the meaning of quick access toolbar? What is this ribbon? If we look here, we will see the save icon. If we finish our job in Excel and we want to save our job, then we press here. If we wrote anything wrong and we want to get back, we will press on this icon. It's called undo. Okay, then the redo make us moving forward one step. Undo make us going back. This is not only the feature that we can use in the quick access toolbar. What then? If we want to make a shortcut from all these tabs in Excel, first we want to change the direction of this sheet from left to right. If we can see here from A, B, C, from left, if we go to page layout tab and then going to the sheet option ribbon, then we press sheet left to right, right to left, we can notice now that we changing the direction. If we want to add this icon to the quick access toolbar, we just press right click, then add to quick access toolbar. We found that this icon now as a shortcut here in the quick access. We can add anything from here, from all these tabs, to this shortcut. If we're going to data tab, then the data validation, right click. What is data validation? We're going to know after that. And then now right click just to make a shortcut, add to quick access toolbar, then it's here. If we want to remove it, right click, remove. Now we shouldn't take a pen and start to read all of these icons to remember. We just make a shortcut from the icon that we use. Okay, then what is the name of this? As I said, it's tabs, and every tab has ribbons. Ribbon of clipboard, font, alignment, number, styles, cells, and editing. Here is the formula bar, the most valuable place in the interface of Excel. Why? If we made something wrong, we may equal divided by a 0, so it's a wrong thing. If anybody send us an Excel sheet and we want to see what is in, we found that there is a mistake here. If we stand here, we can see in the formula bar what make this wrong thing happen. So the formula bar is our guide in Excel. Beside the formula bar, we have the name box. The name box, we all know that Excel has columns and rows. The intersection between column and row called cell. Cell here F2, the column F, and row 2. Okay. Now we would like to write in English, so the page layout, or we can use this shortcut here, ABC company, ABC company. Now what we wrote in this cell going among the other cells. If we want to make this cell bigger, we just stay here and press double click, then the cell will be auto fit to the words that inside. Okay, If we want to make it bigger, from tab home, this A, make it bigger, this A, make it lower. Here if we want to change the color of the cell, here if we want to change the font color. Okay, if we want to make merge to all of these cells, we just selecting it and then press merge and center. From which tab? From home tab. From which ribbon? From alignment ribbon. I want you to talk as Excel expert, not as an ordinary user. This is called tab, and this is called ribbon, and this is called element of merging. Okay, then if we press 1 and we want to make a series 1 2 3 4 5, there are 3 elements. If we stand on the cell like that and we found this shape of the cursor of the mouse, this shape means that I am going to select cells, this shape, the white plus. But if I stay here, now I'm going to move the cell from one place to another. And if I stayed here on the corner, the plus turned to be black, and then I'm starting to repeat what is in this cell among all the cells below. Okay, if I want to make the series, I just press Control. I just press the Control and the left click, then press and hold it to the blue. Then I can let not the click first, I let the control first. But if I let the click first, I can find it like that. But now I'm standing on the one on the corner, control, click, drag, let the click first, let the click first. Now you can get the answer that you want. Don't let the control, don't let the control first. Okay, another method, if you started to write 1 then 2 below it, try to select them, then going here, drag, and now you got the same answer. But if you want to make 5, then 10, then 15, okay, just press 5 and then 10, select them and try to drag them together. Now we can find the series that we want. Okay, now we coming to a very good point in Excel. We just want to add 2 numbers to each other. Okay, before you do anything related to an mathematical process in Excel, you have to press equal. Equal is your start before adding an equation or adding a formula in Excel. So I press equal, then I'm standing on the first number here. Note that Excel wrote here the name of the cell, not the number. Excel dealing with number now, but the name of the cell wrote here. Then plus. If you have a plus button in your keyboard, just press it. If you don't have, just press shift with equal. Shift with equal will make the plus sign. So the next one, I press on it, then enter. Now I made the summation process, but this one called an equation, not function. There are a big difference between equation and function in Excel. Equation, if you press the button by yourself, plus by yourself, minus by yourself, multiply by yourself, divide by yourself, you don't use any function of Excel. If you stand here, Excel say to you insert function. Go and Excel and insert function. What the function? Function of f, large, whatever, sum, average, whatever you can find here, had a something called function mean functionality, something to do, had something to do. Sum, the function of sum, adding number. So I didn't press plus with sum, as we will see. Just if we press the plus by ourselves, we now made an equation. Okay, this is equation of summation. Then if we want to subtract and 7 from 6, first equal, then the first number, then minus the second number, then enter. Okay, equal the first number, then we can use the multiply, shift with 8, the row of the numbers. We can found it, the shape of the star means multiply. The second one, then enter. You want equal this one divided by the divided, we can make it from the shift, then the question mark above the control, bottom down. Okay, then the second one, then enter. Now we finish all the equation of sum, minus, summation, and subtracting, then multiplying, then the deviation process. Okay, if we have a lot of numbers, we couldn't use the equation. We have to use the function. Now we have a magical place in Excel called AutoSum. If we want to write it by ourselves, then we can press equal, then SUM sum to open the function. Now we use a function. We will not press plus by ourselves. The function has a rule and it will do it. It will sum all these numbers. Okay, then we'll press equal the sum. If we drag all of these numbers, okay, when you wrote, just double click on the name of the function like that, it opened, then press the first number, then press and hold your left bottom on your mouse, then drag, then press enter. The parenthesis closed by itself. Okay, now we add all of these numbers. If you want to reduce the time, just use the AutoSum shortcut here. If we open this, then press sum, notice that it select a random place, but we want to selecting this place, just hold and press enter. Now we can find the summation of these numbers. Then if we want to know the maximum value, we press here and then press max, then start to press on the first number, then drag, click right, left click with the dragging process, then enter. If you want Excel to select the number, just press here, then press sum, then press the first number, then press shift with control and down arrow. Shift with control and down arrow. Excel will select the number instead of you. Then press enter. Now we found the summation. So we made the summation. We made the maximum value. If we press here and press max like what we did before, then selecting, then enter, that is the maximum value. If we change this number to 77 and enter, notice all of these functions changed because Excel automatically update the number. Okay, then if we want to know the lowest value, the lowest sales number, here in the AutoSum, press min and trying to select all of this, then enter that is the lowest value. If you want to make the average, press here and make the average. Select the numbers, then enter. Okay, if we want to count all these numbers, we can use the function of count. Press here, then count, then the first number, then drag like that and enter. Counting the numbers only. If we have here an empty cell, the count did not take it with the number of the cells. Okay, if we wrote any name, just Muhammad, like that, enter, noted that count did not take it. Okay, if we want to count names, we have in Excel sheet names and we want to count it. If we use this function, the count, the result will be 0. If we want to count, now we can write C-O-U-N-T-A, count A. Count A can count the names. Notice and enter like that. Okay. Noted that count A also did not count the empty cells. If we just delete any word from here, notice that the count A did not take it. Okay. Then, if we want to count the empty cells, we can write equal count. If we press tab bottom, it will open the function tab, okay? Or we just stay here and double click, left click, okay? Then we're starting to stand here, then drag all and enter. It will be one cell, one empty cell. So we take sum for summation, max for the maximum value, min for the lowest value, average to get the average, count to count the numbers, then count A to count the names or numbers, then count blank to count the empty cells. Okay, I just want to tell you a magical place. We have numbers here, numbers, and we just select these numbers. If we look here down on this row, you can find now in your laptop or PC that those functions are found here. The sum, the count, the average. That's the only functions that you can find in your laptop now. If you want to get the maximum and minimum, just press right click here. All of this list will appear. Now select the minimum and maximum, select them. Now you will not make any effort, just select any numbers, and down here you can find the summation, the maximum value, the minimum value, the count of them, and the average. That is the basic function that you should all know in Excel, and we will continue inshallah explaining the rest. But first I just want you to make it all by yourself. Start to opening the Excel sheet, start to know the name of the Excel from outside. It's called workbook. Now here is the sheet of Excel. This is the quick access toolbar. You can make shortcuts from all of these elements. Right click and then add. If you want to remove, just right click and then remove. Those called tabs: home, insert, page layout. Each tab has ribbons, clipboard font alignment. This is the formula bar. This is the name box, columns and rows. If you want to reach the end of this Excel sheet, just press Control and down arrow. Control and down arrow. 1,048,576. Okay, if you want to get back, Control up arrow. And each Excel sheet has 16,000 column. If we press control and right arrow, control left arrow, 16,000 and some many number. I did not remember, it's not important, but just you must know that Excel has end. Okay, if you go down here like that, you will reach to a place that will not be more than 1 million and the number that we can see, that we saw before. Okay, then we talked about the equation. If we want to add two numbers or more, if we press the summation, subtract, divided, multiplying, divided by ourselves, now this called equations. But if we use any function from Excel like sum, max, called function. Okay, this function sum for summation, average, count numbers, maximum value, minimum value. And see you in the next video. Bye bye. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, with your English speakers, and I wish that it will be helpful. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.